Folks, let's talk straight about money. It's a topic that makes some people sweat and others feel a rush of excitement. But here's the deal. Your money, your financial life, needs a plan. It's not just about having enough cash to pay the bills this month. It's about something much bigger, much more important. We're talking about true financial wellness. This means you are in control of your money, not the other way around. It means you sleep at night because you aren't worried about debt collectors calling or how you'll afford an emergency. This isn't some far-off dream. It's something every single one of you can achieve with the right mindset and the right steps. Many people get caught up in a single aspect of their finances, like trying to fix their credit score. They think if they can just get that number up, all their money problems will magically disappear. But that's like trying to fix a leaky roof by just painting over the water stain on the ceiling. You haven't addressed the real problem, have you? You've only covered up a symptom. True financial wellness goes way deeper than just a 3-digit number. It's about building a solid foundation for your entire financial future, a foundation that can withstand storms and give you peace of mind. It's about understanding where your money comes from and, more importantly, where it's going. Think about it like building a house. You wouldn't just focus on making sure the mailbox looks nice, would you? No, you'd start with a strong foundation, then the framing, the roof, the plumbing, and the electrical. Each part is crucial for a safe, secure, and comfortable home. Your financial life is exactly the same. Financial wellness is that complete, well-built house. It includes budgeting your income, saving for emergencies, investing for the future, and planning for those golden years of retirement. It's about creating a system that works for you, day in and day out, to build wealth and security. So as we dive into this, I want you to shift your thinking. If you've been obsessed with just your credit score, it's time to zoom out and see the bigger picture. We're going to explore what real financial wellness looks like. We'll talk about how it gives you power over your life, how it reduces stress, and how it sets you up for long-term success. Forget the quick fixes and the get-rich-quick schemes. We're talking about proven, common-sense principles that work every single time if you're willing to put in the effort. Are you ready to take control? Good. Let's get started on the path to real financial peace. All right, let's get our definition straight so we're all on the same page. When I talk about financial wellness, I'm talking about a state of being where you have control over your day-to-day, month-to-month finances. It means you have the capacity to absorb a financial shock, like a job loss or a medical emergency. You are on track to meet your financial goals, like buying a home or retiring comfortably. And importantly, you have the financial freedom to make choices that allow you to enjoy life. It's a holistic approach, covering every aspect of your money, not just one little piece. It's about peace, security, and freedom. Now let's talk about credit repair. Credit repair is the process of trying to fix a bad credit report. This might involve disputing errors on your report with the credit bureaus or trying to negotiate with creditors to remove negative items. The main goal of credit repair is usually to improve your credit score. A higher credit score can make it easier to get loans or get them with better interest rates. Many people chase this because they think a good score is the key to financial success. They believe it's the gateway to getting more stuff, often more debt. The difference between these two is like night and day, folks. Financial wellness is about building a strong, healthy financial life from the ground up. It's proactive. It's about making smart decisions with your money before you get into trouble. Credit repair, on the other hand, is often reactive. It's usually something people look into after they've made some financial mistakes, gotten into debt, and damaged their credit. It's like taking medicine when you're sick versus eating healthy and exercising to stay well in the first place. One is a cure, maybe, and the other is prevention and overall health. So, you see, financial wellness is the main goal, the big prize. Credit repair might be a small step some people need to take along the way if they've stumbled, but it's not the destination itself. Focusing only on credit repair is like focusing only on your blood pressure number while ignoring your diet, exercise, and overall lifestyle. You might manage one symptom, but you're not addressing the underlying health. We want you to be financially healthy, not just have a good-looking credit score while still being broke or stressed about money. That's the critical distinction we need to understand moving forward. Financial wellness isn't just a fancy term, it's a comprehensive approach to managing your money. It covers several key areas that all work together to build a secure financial future. Think of it as a well-oiled machine where every part needs to function correctly for the whole thing to run smoothly. If one part is broken or missing, the entire system can suffer. So, What are these essential components? We're talking about budgeting, saving, wisely handling debt, which usually means getting rid of it, investing for growth, and planning diligently for your retirement. Each of these pillars supports the overall structure of your financial health and stability. First off, budgeting is absolutely foundational. It's the act of creating a plan for your money, telling every single dollar where it needs to go before the month even begins. Without a budget, you're just guessing, and that's a recipe for disaster. Then comes saving. This isn't just about stashing away leftover pennies. It's about intentionally building an emergency fund to cover unexpected life events, so you don't have to rely on debt when things go wrong. It's also about saving for bigger goals, like a down payment on a house or starting a business. These savings provide a cushion and a launching pad. Next up is investing. Once you have your budget in place and a solid emergency fund, it's time to make your money start working for you. Investing is how you grow your wealth over the long term, outpacing inflation and building a nest egg that can provide for you later in life. This isn't about gambling on risky stocks. It's about consistent, long-term investing in good growth stock mutual funds. And finally, all of this leads to effective retirement planning. You don't want to work forever, do you? Financial wellness means having a clear plan so you can retire with dignity and enjoy your later years without financial stress. These components are interconnected and build upon each other. You can't effectively invest if you don't have a budget to free up cash or an emergency fund to protect those investments from early withdrawal. You can't plan for retirement if you're drowning in debt and have no savings. Financial wellness is about addressing all these areas systematically. It's about creating a positive money momentum that carries you towards your goals. It's not a quick fix. It's a lifestyle change that brings lasting peace and security, far beyond what a credit score alone could ever offer. Let's talk about the B word, budgeting. I know for some of you, that word sounds like a diet for your money, restrictive and no fun at all. But I'm here to tell you that a budget is not your enemy. It's your best friend on the path to financial wellness. A budget is simply a plan for your money. You work hard for your income, right? So why wouldn't you want to be intentional about where it goes? Not having a budget is like trying to drive from Nashville to Los Angeles without a map or GPS. You might get there eventually, but you'll waste a lot of time, gas, and energy along the way. A budget gives you control. It empowers you. Before the month begins, you sit down, look at your income, and assign every single dollar a job. This is for housing, this is for food, this is for transportation, this is for giving, this is for saving, this is for paying off debt. This is called a zero-based budget. Income minus outgo equals zero. When you do this, you'll find money you didn't even know you had. You'll see where your money has been leaking away on things that don't really matter to you. It's an eye-opening experience for most folks. Think about Sarah, a single mom who came to one of our events. She felt like she was constantly broke, even though she had a decent job. She never had a budget. When she finally did one, she was shocked to see she was spending over $300 a month on random coffee shop visits and takeout lunches. That money, redirected, became a powerful tool to pay off her credit card debt. The budget didn't restrict her. It freed her. It showed her where her money was going so she could make conscious choices aligned with her real goals, like becoming debt-free and saving for her child's future. So, how do you do it? It's simple. List all your income for the month. Then list all your expenses, fixed expenses like rent or mortgage, and variable expenses like groceries and entertainment. Prioritize the 4 walls: food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. Then allocate money to your other goals like debt reduction or saving. Use cash envelopes for categories where you tend to overspend. It takes a little time each month, maybe an hour or two, but the peace of mind and control it brings are priceless. A budget is telling your money what to do, instead of wondering where it went. Section 5. Saving, your first step to winning with money. Once you've got your budget humming along, the next critical step in achieving financial wellness is saving money. Now, when I say saving, I'm not talking about the spare change you toss in a jar at the end of the day. I'm talking about intentional, purposeful saving. The very first savings goal for everyone, no exceptions, is a beginner emergency fund of $1,000. This isn't a fortune, but it's enough to cover those small, unexpected emergencies that life loves to throw our way. A flat tire, a minor medical bill, a broken appliance. This $1,000 is your buffer between you and debt. Why is this so important? Because without this small emergency fund, what happens when your car breaks down? You panic. You probably reach for a credit card or worse, a payday loan. And just like that, you're deeper in the hole. That $1,000 emergency fund stops the cycle. It gives you options. It turns a crisis into an inconvenience. Mark and Lisa, a young couple, told me how their $1,000 emergency fund saved them when their water heater suddenly died. Instead of going into debt, they paid for the replacement in cash. It was a huge win for them and kept their debt snowball rolling. After you've knocked out that $1,000 and you're working on paying off all your debt, except the house, your next savings goal is to build a fully funded emergency fund. This should be 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses. Yes, that's a bigger number, and it will take some time and sacrifice to build it up. But imagine the peace of mind. If you lose your job or face a major medical issue, you have a cushion that allows you to keep your head above water while you get back on your feet. This isn't scared money, it's prepared money. It's insurance against life's curveballs. Saving money is a habit, and it's a muscle you build over time. It requires discipline and a clear understanding of your why. Why are you sacrificing that dinner out or that new gadget? Because you're building a secure future. Because you're tired of being stressed about money. Because you want to be in control. Saving is a fundamental part of financial wellness because it provides security and options. It's the foundation upon which you can then build wealth through investing, knowing that your immediate needs and emergencies are covered. Don't skip this step, folks. It's absolutely crucial. Section 6. Investing making your money work for you. All right, so you're budgeting every month, you've got your emergency fund fully stocked and you're debt-free, or well on your way with just the mortgage left. Now it's time for the exciting part, investing. This is where you really start to build long-term wealth. Investing is simply putting your money into things that have the potential to grow over time. Instead of you working for all your money starts working for you. This is how you build a nest egg for retirement, for college for your kids, or for any other big long-term goal. It's a game changer. Now, when I talk about investing, I'm not talking about get-rich-quick schemes, day trading, or crypto whatever. That's gambling, not investing. I'm talking about consistent, long-term investing in good growth stock mutual funds. Spread your investments across different types of funds: growth and income, aggressive growth, and international. This diversification helps to manage risk. The key here is, we're not trying to time the market. We're looking at a 10, 20, 30-year horizon. History shows that the stock market, despite its ups and downs, trends upwards over long periods. Consider Maria. She started investing just $100 a month in her early 20s into good mutual funds. It didn't seem like much at first, but thanks to the power of compound growth, where your earnings start earning their own earnings, that small, consistent investment grew into a significant sum by the time she reached her 50s. She didn't do anything fancy. She just picked good funds and stayed consistent month after month, year after year. That's the magic of compound growth, and it's available to anyone who is patient and disciplined. It's the most powerful force in the universe for building wealth. Investing is a vital part of financial wellness because it's your primary tool for outpacing inflation and building the kind of wealth that provides true financial independence. It's how you ensure you're not just surviving but thriving in your later years. If you're new to this, find a good investing professional, a SmartVestor Pro, who has the heart of a teacher and can guide you. Don't be intimidated. Start small if you need to, but start. Your future self will thank you for it. This is how you take control of your financial destiny and build a legacy. Section 7. Retirement planning, securing your golden years. Let's talk about the future, specifically your retirement. It might seem a long way off for some of you, but trust me, it'll be here before you know it. And the last thing you want is to reach your 60s and realize you haven't saved nearly enough to live comfortably. Financial wellness absolutely includes diligent retirement planning. This isn't just about hoping Social Security will be enough, because it won't be. It's about taking personal responsibility for your future and building a nest egg that allows you to retire with dignity and enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've worked hard your whole life. You deserve a comfortable retirement. So, how much should you be saving for retirement? I recommend investing 15% of your gross household income into retirement accounts. This typically includes things like a 401k if your employer offers one, especially if there's a company match. That's free money, folks. And Roth IRAs. A Roth IRA is fantastic because your money grows tax-free, and you pay no taxes on it when you take it out in retirement. That 15% might sound like a lot, but if you're following the baby steps, you're out of debt, except the house. And have your emergency fund? It's achievable. Think about John and Susan. They started saving 15% of their income for retirement in their late 30s after they paid off all their consumer debt. They were consistent. They invested in good growth stock mutual funds through their retirement accounts. By the time they reached their early 60s, they had built a nest egg of over $1 million. This wasn't because they were rich doctors or lawyers. John was a teacher and Susan was a nurse. They were just disciplined and understood the power of consistent long-term investing. They can now look forward to a retirement filled with travel and time with grandkids, not financial worry. Retirement planning is a marathon, not a sprint. The earlier you start, the better, thanks to the power of compound growth. But even if you're starting later in life, don't be discouraged. Start now. Do as much as you can. It's never too late to improve your financial future. Financial wellness means looking ahead, planning for all stages of life, and ensuring you're prepared. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Take control, make a plan, and work that plan. This is a critical piece of the financial wellness puzzle that ensures your hard work pays off for a lifetime. Section 8. Credit repair, why it's not the whole story. Now, let's circle back to credit repair. As I said earlier, many people get hyper-focused on their credit score. They see ads promising to magically fix their credit, and they think that's the golden ticket to solving all their money problems. But credit repair, by itself, is severely limited. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. It might cover up the ugly part, but it doesn't fix the underlying issue. The real issue is often bad money habits, a lack of a budget, or being buried in debt. Simply trying to game your credit score doesn't change those fundamental problems. The main goal of credit repair companies is to remove negative items from your credit report, whether they are accurate or not. Sometimes they can get legitimate errors removed, which is fine, but often the focus is just on boosting that score, even if the underlying debt and poor habits remain. What good is a slightly higher credit score if you're still living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt, and have no savings? It doesn't bring you any closer to true financial peace. In fact, a higher score might just tempt you to take on even more debt, digging a deeper hole. I remember talking to a guy named Tom. He'd spent hundreds of dollars with a credit repair agency. They managed to get a couple of old small negative items removed, and his score went up about 30 points. He was initially thrilled, but then he realized he still had $30,000 in credit card debt, no emergency fund, and no budget. The slightly better score didn't change his daily financial stress one bit. He was still a slave to his debt. He eventually realized he needed to tackle the root cause, his spending and debt, not just the symptom of a low credit score. He needed financial wellness, not just credit repair. The truth is, if you follow a plan for financial wellness, get on a budget, save an emergency fund, get out of debt, and live on less than you make, your credit score will eventually take care of itself if you even care about it. When you stop borrowing money, your credit score becomes irrelevant. Who cares what your FICO score is if you're paying cash for things and aren't beholden to any bank or lender? Financial wellness is about freedom from debt and financial stress. Credit repair offers a very narrow, often superficial fix that doesn't address the real path to that freedom. Section 9. Conclusion. Choose lasting peace, not a quick fix. So, as we wrap this up, let's be crystal clear. When it comes to your financial life, you have a choice. You can chase quick fixes like focusing solely on credit repair, hoping a better score will magically solve your problems. Or you can choose the path of true financial wellness, a comprehensive, common-sense approach that builds lasting security and peace of mind. One path offers a temporary illusion of progress, while the other delivers real sustainable change. The choice, folks, should be obvious. You deserve more than just a decent credit score. You deserve financial peace. Financial wellness, as we've discussed, is about the whole picture. It's about creating a written budget and telling your money where to go. It's about saving for emergencies so life's curveballs don't send you into a tailspin of debt. It's about aggressively paying off debt so you can free up your income and reduce stress. It's about investing wisely so your money works for you and builds wealth for the future. And it's about planning for a retirement where you can live with dignity and enjoyment. This holistic approach addresses the root causes of financial problems, not just the symptoms. Trying to build a secure financial future by only focusing on credit repair is like trying to get physically fit by only focusing on the number on the scale, while still eating junk food and never exercising. It just doesn't work. You might see a small, temporary change, but you won't achieve true health. Financial wellness is the equivalent of a healthy lifestyle, good habits, discipline, and a long-term perspective. It leads to a life where you control your money, rather than your money controlling you. It leads to fewer sleepless nights worrying about bills. Ultimately, financial wellness is far more beneficial and sustainable than just repairing credit because it empowers you. It gives you options. It gives you freedom. It's not always easy, and it requires discipline and sacrifice. But the rewards, peace of mind, security, and the ability to live and give like no one else are absolutely worth it. So I encourage you today, stop chasing the score and start building a plan. Choose the path of financial wellness. Take control of your money and take control of your future. You can do this.